take you back to the past. He's gonna take you back to the past to play the shitty games that suck ass. He'd rather have a buffalo take a diarrhea dump in his ear. He'd rather eat the rotten asshole of a roadkill skunk and down it with beer. He's the biggest gamer you've ever heard. He's the angry Nintendo nerd. He's the angry voice nerd. He's the angry video gamer. Guitar 2600.
So we're going to talk about the Intellivision. It was test marketed in 1979. But officially released in 1980. Notice its fine wood texture. Everything back then was made of wood. You know the Stone Age? Well, that was the Wood Age.
The Intellivision came from Mattel Electronics.
The controls suck ass. Don't do jack shit. Games barely fit in the cartridge slot. It's like trying to stick your dick in a Cheerio.
But it was a great game system for its time.
Now, I'm going to whip through a bunch of random games, mostly shitty ones, but I'm going to tell you right now, I have 3. Number 1, many of the games are very similar to other games, and
Guitar 2600.
often they're blatant copies. Number 2, without instructions, they're difficult to understand how to play. Number 3, the controls suck ass. And in this regard, the main problem is the controllers. Why a numeric keypad? This is a video game controller, not a phone. Then there's 2 little buttons on each side, which are usually the fire buttons. It's awkward to handle. And rather than a joystick or a control pad, sometimes you get this weird disc. Sometimes in the heat of the game, that's 17 buttons. And for games this complex, you really need that many. When you pop in a game, the first thing you do is try every button before you figure out which ones do anything. Most of them don't do jack shit, and it's different for each game. Games barely fit in the cartridge slot. It's like trying to stick your dick in a Cheerio. So this is Space Battle. Sounds promising enough, but okay, what's this? None of the buttons do anything but make fun. And the overlay has a bunch of Triforces. Is this where they came from? All you gotta do is wait for the squadrons to meet the aliens, and then it brings up the battle screen where you shoot blueberry pancakes. This should be the whole game.
We'll return after these messages.
Coming up next.
Shit the fuck!
Thin ice. Okay, you're a penguin ice skating around. Time there's a seal on your ass which kills you. But black penguins do absolute. Advanced Dungeons and Dragons. Well, advanced is right. For the time, it's a pretty complicated game. You start out moving some dots around on the map screen. Then you go into caves, you fight monsters, and find items. What are those, jacks? Can I pick them up? I guess not. The limited visibility is pretty annoying, and without the overlay or any instructions, I gotta admit, I don't know what the hell I'm doing. But this is one of the granddaddies of adventure games. Alright, what do we got here? Space Spartans? Man, what the hell does that mean? A Spartan in space? Was Marvin the Martian a space Spartan? Microsurgeon. The picture reminds me of Slim Goodbody. And I can't believe I'm making that kind of reference. But anyway, you control a barely visible dot on the screen.
Okay, now we gotta move on, but let me introduce the Intellivoice voice synthesis module. What the fuck is that? Well, it makes your games talk. Yeah, now at the time, the idea of having voices in video games was a new thing. But unfortunately, only a few games were compatible, like B-17 Bomber.
Mattel Electronics presents
B-17 Bomber.
B-17 Bomber!
Mattel Electronics presents
B-17 Bomber.
B-17 Bomber!
Mattel Electronics presents
B-17 Bomber.
B-17 Bomber!
Mattel Electronics presents
B-17 bomber.
Mattel Electronics presents
B-17 bomber.
B-17 bomber.
B-17 bomber.
Alright, fuck the game. Let's try Bomb Squad.
Mattel Electronics presents Bomb Squad. They'll never do it in time.
The code, figure out the code.
They'll never do it in time.
The code, figure out the code.
They'll never do it in time.
The code, figure out the code.
What? Guess I gotta defuse the bomb.
It won't be easy.
Replace this third,
Oh.
fourth, this second, this first.
Oh shit, oh shit!